It's too damn cold of a day to be out on a hunt. I shiver, tug my scarf up higher over my mouth, and wipe a few snowflakes from my lashes. Then I slam my boot down on my electric skateboard. The board is old and used, like everything else I own. Its blue paint almost entirely scraped off to reveal cheap silver plastic underneath. But it's not dead yet, and when I push my heel down harder, it finally responds, jerking me forward as I squeeze between two rows of cars. My bright rainbow dyed hair whips across my face. Hey, a driver yells as I maneuver past his car. I glance over my shoulder to see him waving a fist at me through his open window. You almost clipped me. I just turn around and ignore him. Usually, I'm a nicer person than this, or at least, I would have shouted an apology. But this morning, I'm woken up to a yellow paper taped to the door of my apartment. Its words printed in the largest font you can imagine. 72 hours to pay or vacate. Translation: I'm almost 3 months behind on my rent, so unless I can get my hands on $3,450, I'll be homeless and in the streets by the end of the week. That'd put a damper on anyone's day. My cheeks sting from the wind. The sky beyond the cut of skyscrapers is gray, turning grayer, and in a few hours this flurry of snow will become a steady fall. Cars jam the streets, a non-stop trail of brake lights and honking from here all the way to Times Square. The occasional scream of a traffic controller's whistle sounds above the chaos. The air is thick with the smell of exhaust, and steam billows from an open vent nearby. People swarm up and down the sidewalks. Students coming home from school are easy to spot, their backpacks and fat headphones dotting the crowds. Technically, I should be one of them. This should have been my first year of college, but I started skipping classes after Dad died, and I dropped out entirely several years ago. Okay, fine. Technically, I was expelled, but I swear I would have quit anyway. More on that later. I looked down at my phone again, my mind returning to the hunt. 2 days ago, I had gotten the following text message: New York Police Department. Alert! Arrest warrant out for Martin Hammer. Payment $5,000. The police are so busy these days with the increasing crime in the streets that they don't have time to hunt for petty criminals on their own. Petty criminals like Martin Hammer, who's wanted for gambling on Warcross, stealing money, and allegedly selling drugs to fund his bets. So about once a week, the cops send out a message like this, a promise to pay anyone who can catch the criminal in question. That's where I come in. I'm a bounty hunter, one of many in Manhattan, and I'm fighting to capture Martin Hammer before any hunter can.